Beep beep. What is up, guys? My name is Samworld. Hopefully you guys had a good weekend. I'm sure I did. I took a break, but now we are back here to do the next episode of this track start to finish. Today I hope to get the break and the bridge done on this track in order to finally move on to the last stages of doing the second drop, few variations, intro and outro for it, and of course how to master it and what to use to master and whatnot. Now my goal with the series again is to help you guys in the best way I can. I do try my best with these tracks start to finish. I don't prepare them. I don't go like this is what I'm gonna do beforehand. I just go into it and edit it down in a way that hopefully some people might find useful. I'm sorry it feels a bit drawn out at times because I definitely feel that way when I'm editing it, but I feel like you definitely need to see some of those parts where I just kind of aimlessly start to fuck around to hopefully get something that will sound good. But as always, guys, if you want to support my channel, make sure to head over to evilsounds.com. The new night bass pack is out, so make sure to check it out, and if you like it and feel like you can use it, make sure to support your boy. And with that being said, let's get started on working on the bridge and the breakdown for this track. Alright guys, and welcome inside of Ableton. Now with our track pretty much having the drop, I want to say 80 to 90% done. There's still a lot more we can do. I think we're going to leave it as is so that we can move forward to other parts of the track, aka the break, the intro, the outro, so that we don't get stuck in la la land, loop land, tunnel vision, writer's block, whatever you want to call it. The problem that comes, and I see a lot of people and students I have, is that they'll just over obsess over the drop and never finish a song because of it. Essentially, this happens when you just keep hearing your drop over and over again until you get fucking tired of it. I'm sure you've probably heard a bunch of songs that you used to like and now you think they sound like shit just because you've heard them so much. So same thing here is what's gonna happen with your idea. So we have to move away from the drop and start to build more context. So we're gonna essentially just start from here. And start to work on a bridge so that we can reach our breakdown and kind of start to mess around with stuff there. Okay, so again, if you have your track or your drop done like 50-60%, try and move away from it as much as possible just so that you don't get stuck in la la land and get writer's block. Just repeating it one last time because it's very important that you guys keep moving forward with your music. You can always come back and fix it at the end when the track is fully arranged and all that. Put your final touches, do the best you can of your ability, and then move on to the next song. With time, you will get better. This is my first time making UK bass. With time, I will get better. That's what I like to think though. Okay. All right, guys. So let's start to work here. So I know my break is going to come in over here at this mark, and it's just the way I set it up. This is where the breakdown is going to happen. And this is going to be what we like to call a bridge, where we kind of reflect on the drop, on the previous ideas of the track. So essentially here, you kind of have this drop that's just fucking gnarly, you know, kind of driving forward. Now the bridge is going to be a good spot to kind of intertwine. This is where the drop and the break have a baby, I like to say, because you kind of want to incorporate a little element of the drop and a little bit of the break to kind of help transition from our drop to our breakdown. Now I don't know if in UK bass they use this a lot. I have heard it here and there, but I don't really hear it that much. A lot of people like to go directly into the break, but me personally, I've always been a huge fan of bridges. That's where kind of people are allowed to rest a bit. And then you can call it a pre-chorus as well if you want, breakdown being the chorus, so that, you know, you kind of give the audience, the listener, a little break. That's the part where they're like, man, that drop was sick. They're still grooving, but they're not jumping up and down. You get me? This is a time where they go grab a beer at the bar. So that's the idea of that. So that's what we're going to be doing. So what I'm going to start is just try to kind of jam out some ideas what the break could be. Obviously, the first thing I maybe want to mess with is either a pad or a chord shot. So that would be the idea with. think I like that, so we're gonna go. And then just gotta correct. I kind of like the groove of that, and I can hear it in the break being really kind of like groovy and shit. So we're gonna do that. Sounds like we're mixing in another song, man. Let's see, maybe. Just gotta get this right if we're gonna go down that low. Okay, I think that works better. Maybe we could try like putting a Reese or something. That would work. You can never go wrong with a Reese, and I honestly swear I think it's like a whatever you call those things, a clutch or a crutch for me. As I always go to it, so maybe that's a downfall on it, but can never go wrong with that. So we're gonna hit it with the Reese. Okay, that's a little better there. We get a little bit of tension, I think, should be good. And then here we can kind of start to get melody on it. So I think we can go high up to a D sharp. Yeah, and then maybe we could do something where like the kick comes back in there or some shit. Crank it up. The bass level. Crank it up. Let's open this up more. It should be opening up, not like that. So yeah. Crank it up. now let's see what we can do. So I think on the bridge, if we're going to be doing that, because we keep repeating the vocal a lot throughout the song, especially here, it's just the same fucking verses. I think here we need to kind of give it a break. So we could maybe do little shots from the vocal, but not too much where it gets, you get tired of it. It could be that, or I'm just hearing the song too much. So now I'm all like, fuck, this is too repetitive with the vocal. Bass level. And then crank it up. I think that would probably work there. Crank it up. Crank it up the bass level. Crank it up the bass level. Bass level. Crank it up the 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 bass level. Crank it up. And then we'll go fucking build up galore. So we'll have the fill again. Crank it up. Crank it up the bass level. Crank it up. Bass level. Crank it up. And then we'll have our build up there. And then we'll have the drop. So around there, yeah. So crank it up. Crank it up the bass level. Crank it up. Dun 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 dun. Crank it up. Crank it up. Okay, so crank it. Bass level. Crank it. Crank it up. Crank it up the bass level. 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 Okay. Crank it up the bass level. Crank it up the bass level. Just going harmonics there. Okay, we'll do a riser there as well. Okay, cool. Okay, and then let's see if we can make the Reese a little bit more interesting. We're like, and then like, oh wait a second. Maybe we can mess with that mono legato. Crank it up the bass level. 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 Okay. Crank it up the bass level. Crank it up the bass level. Crank it up the bass level. Okay, that'll work. Da, 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 da. Yeah, that's gonna work there. So turn this on. We're gonna get rid of the sub. No need to have it there. So let's turn that off there. Down. Where's the low end at, man? Let's bring it back in. Okay, so it's all about the transitioning there. I feel like you can definitely make any break and drop work depending on the ideas, as long as you have those transitional cues and shit. Here, however, we definitely need a shit ton of effects and more stuff. So. And yeah, this guy's probably gonna come in there. Chicka chicka wah wah. Okay, cool. Yeah, so I kind of like that idea there, but obviously we shouldn't be having it on the whole master because we are going to have the kind of build-up drone, so we're probably going to have to use the endless amount inside of the bass. That's going to be kind of like the arrangement we go for. At least we kind of have an idea of where we're going with it. We need a fucking sidechain the Reese, man. Alright, so let's see. Where the fuck? A G minor kick? Yeah, that's the right one. Yeah, so we're just going to put it there, sidechain. I think I want the snares from the fill just so that it makes more sense. It wouldn't make sense to not use them. Can even do the clap. So we're just gonna do that. We just need a simpler for this, not a sampler. I like to use these more because you can do a lot more with them when you start to, yeah, like that. Might not work like that just because it sounds too similar, right? Maybe if we pitch it up. So I'm going to use Sound Shifter for this. The main reason for that is just because if I use the pitch here, this is going to speed up in terms of playing. So it's just going to get smaller and smaller. I kind of don't want that effect. So we're just going to use the sound pitcher in stereo, just in case there is some stereo. Kind of sounds a little off though. Is there like a delay on it? I think there is. Nah, that's too much. Maybe like that, and then and then do that thing maybe where they and then let's do on over here. Okay, a little better. Let's ease up on that white noise. You know what I wish we did have was like a fucking female vocalist. I think that would have been worked so much better here. Ooh baby, oh baby, ooh baby, 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 ooh baby, but baby, ooh baby, baby. I think that would have worked so much better, but we're gonna work with what we have. Holding Alt just to do that. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna lock it. I've been fucking up. I need to lock it so that doesn't put the automations over here. Trying to get this to kind of sound a little tighter. Maybe a compressor would help. There's this preset I like called the Brute, but I don't know if it's gonna work for this. Okay, so I feel like that ARP melody we bring in here doesn't really work. It really stands out like a sore thumb, so maybe we need to come up with something else instead. don't want to make it too melodic. So far, with what the work we've done, I personally like this transition here. I think it's pretty cool. I also like the melodic aspect of this, and also like this here. However, the top melody had to go. I just felt like using the chords, you could only go chords, and you really can't have like a respace that well. They just didn't get along, so there's no point in trying to force it. The only thing I have left is just figuring out like a melody to go on top of this. So there's a lot of sounds I can go. All right, so we're gonna leave it there, guys. We got the break kind of done. We have the transition to the second drop, so that's good. But from there, next episode, we're definitely gonna rework the breakdown a little bit more. I'm gonna hear some music and see if I can get a little bit more inspired to see what kind of vibe I can go for. But other than that, I hope you guys have a good one. I'll catch you guys next time. I have to go pick up my daughter, but I hope some of this stuff was useful. In essence, if you had the question on how to do stuff like this, on how many artists are doing it, especially in this style of music, now you know how to do it. But I'll catch you guys later. Take care. And as always, if you want to support my channel, you can head over to evilsounds.com. Wish you guys the best. Wish me the best with this track. And I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out. And you guys have a great rest of your day.